brought up in church as a young child, taken to church, talking about this Jesus that loved me, at a young age being sexually molested. And when I go to the schools, I go to the different places who are people, drug addicts and different stuff. Every one of y'all has got, I would say just about everybody in here has got a molestation or a hurt or a pain, something that traumatic that's happened as a child, you know what I'm saying? Just about everybody I talk to. You've got these hurts, you've got these pains. You know what? We try and comfort these things. The only thing that we really know, the alcohol, the drugs, the different things, trying to soothe, trying to comfort these pains, these hurts. The molestation that occurred in my life, they told me about this Jesus that loved me, you know, and I had childlike faith, and I turned to the Jesus they told me about, and I talked to the Jesus with childlike faith, and God spoke to me and told me, you'll preach my word, and I will protect you. 20-something years of drug addiction, chasing after the drugs, seeing a lot of people die, a lot of people go to prison, and how God kept supernaturally pulling me out of these situations. And of course, you see me standing here before you preaching the word. So I'm just telling you, what God says that it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You know, that was some 20-something years later before this actually happened. When I was 37 years old, before I finally come to Christ and began to preach His word. But you know, being separated from the life source of God, because of sin, man is separated from God, the life source. We've got this dry, thirsty soul looking for something, because man was designed to live in the presence of God. Man was designed to worship God. So we're chasing after these things of the world, money, sex, drugs, different things that we think is going to satisfy us. And you know what? It never does. You know what I'm saying? It never does satisfy. It never does complete us. It never does. Because man was designed to live in the presence of God. Man was designed to worship God. All addiction really is a worship disorder. Wrong worship, you know what I'm saying? We're chasing after the wrong thing, you know what I'm saying, because of sin, you know what I'm saying? I had this dry, thirsty soul within me, and I began chasing after the dark clouds of the world, thinking it was going to satisfy me. But after I would get a hold of these dark clouds that I thought would satisfy me, I realized they had no rain, you know what I'm saying? And 12 years old, smoking weed at church camp, and just a rebellious spirit, drinking, drugging, and doing the different things that I did, was popular in school. Good in sports, just rebellious. It's just craziest sucker you ever met, man. I was doing all this crazy stuff. Our high school year, we got really drunk. Had dropped one friend off. Went up by the R&R skating ring there by the house, and we used to harass this guy that owned the place. And he got out there to get on to us because we weren't supposed to be on the property. And we shot him the moon, and we take off down the road. Doing 80, 90 miles an hour. We high-five, we young, we having a blast. Love my friends, you know. It'd been raining all day, hit a thing of water, hydroplane, hit a ditch, hit a culvert, flew 50 feet in the air and cut a telephone pole 10 feet in the air. Took over an hour and a half, cut me and my best friend out. They would pronounce him dead on arrival at the hospital. They had to reconstruct my legs. My right leg shorter than my left now. I still got bars and pins in it. I would graduate from Moss Point High School in a wheelchair. I've spoken for thousands of students across the country and in the schools and different places that I went. And I always tell them, hey, you can choose to jump out of a 10-story window, but you can't choose your consequences when you hit the ground. You know, life's about choices, you know. Life's about choices. Everybody that's in prison, guess what? They made some bad choices, you know. And I should be in prison, and probably everybody in here. We just didn't get caught, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. You know, I got caught, but I didn't get caught for the right things. You know what I'm saying? I should be in prison for the rest of my life several times over. But guess what? I didn't get caught. You know. But the ones that are in prison, you know, they made bad choices and they got caught.